I've worked on in my time. So obviously, because I've got to impress people, I have to show a lot of things that I've worked on. So I was going to show you some of my other work that I've done. So I've actually, I started making a Ruby game called Carjacker. I know it's not much, but I did something. I'm not going to just, maybe I'll finish this one day, maybe I won't. But this was made in Ruby, and with Gosu, so I did that. I can show you the code. Here you go. So I did all this to make that happen. I know, quite a lot. If I press right, it would print to the command line, hello world, and if I pressed return, although that was text drawn, so that's actually text drawn to the screen, so yeah, it's obviously a game that I've been programming. Yes, I do program, but you probably already know that. So yeah, this is some stuff I've done. Here's my game engine code. So yeah, I did make a game engine. That was so painful, and I never finished it, but because I didn't like technical stuff, so to that extent at least. So I just gave up on that really. But I think I might revisit it one day, maybe, perhaps. Don't know. Whenever I get bored. It's a bit messy code, but it's an old time. I was really not as smart as I am at programming now at the time when I did this. So yeah. There's a lot of code. I'll show the engine off if you want. Software. Let's see. Marble engine. So this is the Marble Engine 1.0, which I designed. I'm actually may have to rename this engine actually at some point, but for now it's called the Marble Engine. If I'm going to carry on working on this, I'd rather be a designer for an engine developer, like an engine developer or whatever, rather than like be the guy that actually makes the freaking technical side of it, because it's so annoying. But yeah, I use Win32 to make this, and it does load models in 3 dimensions, and it does have a 3D camera. Although the 3 camera is kind of like a hacked camera. So yeah, this is what I did. So it took me 15 days to program a parser, and in the end I had to figure it out, copy it from someone else. So, but I still learnt a lot from it, so that's good. So there you go. That's a 3D model parser. Pretty cool, and it can load more than one model as well. As you can see, although I don't have normal setup, so you can't see the shadows. I could have done that if I wanted to, but I took it off for some reason. I can't remember why. It was a long time ago when I worked on this. And there's a car. So I'm obviously a dedicated game developer. It's just I don't like the technical side to it, and I can design really well, like severely well. I go into so much detail to make sure it's just perfect. I will not make it perfect. My game ideas. They will be new, different, innovative. Anything you can think of, it'll have something that'll just blow your mind. And my goal as a game designer is to make experiences that people will find amazing, and to allow people to see what amazing really is. Not the boring amazing, not the typical amazing, the definition of amazing. That's me. I did this for my mum. Using SDL. There's a glitch that happens whenever they let us go for a long enough period of time. They'll actually start hitting the walls and bouncing off each other. It's really strange. I love that. The colour will always be different on this. And here's a notepad editor I worked on using Ruby and WX Ruby. It does type, so I can type in here if I want to. screen. No. Sorry, it was like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. Yeah. Then we got the image surface. So we got equals. Actually, it just needs to be image. H. Image equals. What was it? SWM set caption. Title of window. Title. T. Just leave it like that, I guess. I could set my own icon if I wanted to. Whatever it was, I can't remember what's the image on it. Ico or something. It has to be 32 by 32. Yeah, there you go. So that's an SDL program I wrote, and I did all of this, made it do all this. Rain's black background, sorry, taken out. But as you can't see the text because the text colour isn't white or any other colour at the moment because I can't be asked to work on it at the time. I stopped after a while. I can show off this, whatever this is. Oh, it's just a Win32 window that I worked on. If on transformation, that was annoying. I've worked with Perl, whatever this does. Oh, it didn't work. That's kind of to be expected. Don't know what this is. Oh yeah, I remember this. I wonder if this still works. Probably won't have all the images. No, it doesn't. I need to add the graphics. Copy. In fact, I could just drag this. Rather than dragging all the other stuff in there, I could drag this into there. There you go. This is another game I was going to work on back in the day that I was just messing about with. It's called Plaque, which was like an innovative mass amount of things on the screen. And basically the idea of the game was to actually not let the plaques die, but not let them live for too long, otherwise the environment will get diseased and corrupted and then you'll end up dying. And so it's basically like so many things on the screen, and you have to just sort of like use whatever you have, like tool wise, to stop them from messing themselves up or making themselves be too good. And it's all different environments and things like that. It's pretty cool. I don't know if there's anything more. That I think I just made a title screen, and I got to the point where I was like, oh, I don't need to work on this, I need to work on something more important. So I stopped. Here's a QT thing I worked on. I don't know if this will work or not. It probably will because it's QT. Oh no, I need the DLs. Oh, fuck, I can't be arsed with that. I was trying to make my own graphics, 3D graphics library. This is what I came up with. Yeah, so you can actually write the function that will draw this code. These rectangles with pattern brushes. And that was my attempt at trying to make it 3 dimensions. What's this crappy music playing? I hate it. It's crap. God, that's so bad. So yeah. I did work on something else a long time ago called the Wonder Engine, which I never finished because generally it just It annoyed me. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's that. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, it's just a glitched mess. The attempt was to create a 3D graphical user interface using like quads. It does. There is one that actually shows it pretty well. I believe it's this one. I could be wrong. Can't remember. It's a long time ago. What the hell? Oh, this is the old engine. Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, that isn't the one that I wanted to see. Maybe that was when I decided. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't have any more. I have pictures of it. I can show you. Aha. Yeah, so that was what it looked like. So I designed this. All this was 3D graphics UI. It had menu options. I wanted to make it realistic, the design. So rather than using technical terms like models or stuff like that, I was converting it into like realistic words. Like the van would hold all your marble racks. The marbles are what makes the engine work. The game engine work is what you have is. To get a model on the screen, you have to store it in a red marble called a model marble. There are many types of marbles with many different colours. So once you have that model marble, then you'll be able to see it on the screen on that stage that you're working on. If you're not working on a stage, then you won't be able to see the model marble. So once the model marble's on the rack, then you can see it on the screen on that stage. And then however you move it around, it will save that position in that in a variable position-wise that's contained within the model marble. So that's how models work. Then if you want to rotate them or scale them or change them, then you have other red marbles that can be binded to that marble with its own time frame or amount of times of happening and all those sort of things. And then you can just connect and bind all these different marbles to do whatever you want. So if you wanted to make a model move when you press the W key, then you can set it in the model marble editor that comes up when you double click on it, stuff like that. That's the kind of idea of it, really, except you consider that in every sense. So music, sound, graphics, art, 2D stuff, graphical user interface, you name it, really. And it also had an extra feature where you could see notes, but I hadn't implemented that yet. I was just working on that, and I was moving stuff around and trying to fix everything. But I really missed that graphical user interface. But oh well, that's just then. Now's today. What else have I done? Oh yeah, that's one. This is when I figured out rotation using Kero and SDL. That's my Chocobo Racer game picture. Here's some art I did. Yeah, you don't need to see that. Yeah, here's some art for my title screen that this is actually an older picture of the title screen. The newer version of this title screen is a lot better. This is actually behind the background, and it actually looks a lot better than this. I think I shrunk it down as well and made it look a bit more like it fit within the picture rather than being like a picture that was on top of it. And there was a lot more menu buttons as well, and an actual level that you could play, which looked kind of like this, except the water was different, and the clouds and the Mario and everything was different, but it sort of had the same ground was used and the same background, I believe, was used. I could show that off if you want, but I need to stop this video soon. So yeah, this were my first attempts at 3D model parsing using OpenGL, and that was the object file format. Very annoying process that was. There's a lot of things I could show. I could show some of my music I've worked on as well. Actually, there's a video on YouTube which you can hear that music, these songs in, so just look for that. I've made websites as well, like this one, which I never finished. The problem with me is I need to finish a product. Yeah, it's obviously not finished. But it's all going to come with time, really. It's just I need a team together who's willing to actually help me, so that's what's important. So anyways, thank you for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.